Hello everyone, welcome to Sandeep Mahajan Academy. Guys, as you are aware, in the market everywhere you have something called as previous year analysis. And many institutions are also asking me, why don't you do geography previous year, like MCQs and all, how to analyze, what to do and all. But I just want you to know anything which is successful in the market. 3 years back, people were repeatedly talking about how to use elimination method. Okay, you see, cross-check all toppers. Okay, all toppers, they used to come and tell how did they eliminate and got the correct answer. The moment it comes into picture, it is shortcut for you. UPSC changed the pattern. Entire pattern is changed now, and many students who dependent on this failed. Okay. Please understand a very basic aspect if you want to be in the race. This is not a selection exam. This is an elimination exam. If I go to IITs, okay, if I go to IIT exams, and in IIT exam, a person has got 99% or 100%. I will ask him a strategy. What did you do? He will tell me a strategy and I will follow it. Let us say IIT examiners also saw that, but still they will give in the same pattern because they want to select the people. Okay, they want maximum number of students to clear IITs and all. But when it comes to UPSC, they want to eliminate maximum number of people. And when they are eliminating people, if a video has 100K, 108K, 120K and all, and if you follow that, don't you think UPSC will be watching? It's 5 months before exam. And already people are doing rapid revisions, people are doing PYQ analysis. So the problem with students is they need shortcut. Some toppers will give shortcut. Toppers are already toppers. Every topper's path is different. And every YouTube is now flooded with these. So please be careful. PYQs may come or may not come, or the pattern itself may change. I'm not telling don't follow them, right? At the same time, I'm telling you only one thing. Remember, if everyone is doing same thing, you do additional thing as well. This is my suggestion. I'm not trying to tell you not to do. Everyone is doing, sir, will I be left over? Fine. You also do. But be conscious to do extras. Be conscious to do extras. What is it? Now let us say, how exactly do we analyze? Okay. Let me give you one simple example. National highway passes through Kaziranga. Okay. National highway passes through Kaziranga and Manas. Now, when the national highway was passing through, vehicle movement was stopped by animal movement. Okay, animals were crossing, vehicles were also crossing. It became a very big issue. Now, the issue went to National Green Tribunal. And in National Green Tribunal, it was asked who should be controlled. Environment groups went and told vehicles should not be permitted. But if you don't permit, entire Northeast India will suffer. So when this was the debate, what the court observed was 4 to 8 in the morning and 4 to 8 in the evening, you had lot of animals crossing the road. In between, the number of animals crossings were very, very limited. So court told that 4 to 8 in the morning and 4 to 8 in the evening, you leave it for animals, whereas remaining period you allow vehicles. Now after this judgment, UPSC asked a question, which national highway passes through the forest? And when this question was asked, many people didn't. Now next what happened? For almost 3-4 years, every student was by hearting which national highway passed through which national park, which river passes through. Everyone got their own creativity. Second, when we talk about Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh issue, this is your Aksai Chin region, and in this particular part, Chinese had entered into our territory. Now, whenever it happens, some tribal communities who go for nomadic herding closer to Chinese border, they came to Indian government or Indian army and told, Chinese have entered into our region. 3 times they came and they told in the year 2014-15. Now, UPSC did not ask about China coming, but UPSC asked about the tribals. I'm talking about 2015. 2 to 3 years continuously, people started by-hearting the tribes without knowing how exactly or why exactly the question came. Now, what I'm trying to tell, it is important to analyze PYQ, but you should know the context in which question was asked as well. If you don't know the context, you won't be able to answer the questions. See guys, countries which border Mediterranean Sea, okay, which border Mediterranean Sea. This question was asked 3 times, guys. 4th time, they asked a question on Levant. All this is because of ISIS, Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. This is the reason. 4 times they asked the question. So whenever a controversial question comes into picture, UPSC tries to modify and ask related to that. Because UPSC also likes some areas and those areas are repeated. For example, every year, one or the other question comes from June 21st. So I have to prepare June 21st at any cost. I don't say don't prepare. So what should we do? What should we do in our preparation? Okay, so let me analyze this and tell you. Now, if you have 5 months time. Now, if you are looking at how exactly I should sit and analyze. Okay, see guys, take polity. Fine. Don't go for 29 years and all. 2011 onwards, you see, prelims 2011 onwards is more than enough. So approximately you will get 15 years question papers. Okay. Now, after 2020, right? So I think you get 5 years. This is very, very important. Last 5 years is very, very important. But if you see this 15 years, that's more than enough. Don't go beyond that. Okay. For practice, you can do beyond that. But analyzing, this must be good enough. Now, let me say drainage system questions. Okay, drainage systems question. Let us take 15 years. If you take 15 questions, I can show on drainage systems alone. Okay. Now, if you take polity, okay. So let's take schedules. Schedules. Let's take amendments. Let's take, like, parliament. Let us take acts, constitutional bodies and non-constitutional bodies, fundamental rights and DPSP. Center-state relation, fine. Interstate relations, you have like this. Okay. Now, if I see, every year one question is on schedule. Okay. So I'll mark every year one question is there on schedules. You see how many comes. Amendments. So if I take almost 12 years questions are there on schedules. Amendments, 5 years questions are there. Parliament, all 15 years questions have come. Acts, 12 years questions have come. 6 years questions have come. 15 years questions have come. 1 year it has come. 2 years it has come. Okay. So you see, these are most repeated areas. Keep the syllabus with you. Keep the syllabus with you. And I will make another video only for how to identify the syllabus. What is the mandatory syllabus that we need to study? Okay. Now, this is the syllabus for you. If I write in this syllabus, schedules questions are coming, amendments questions are coming, parliament it is coming, acts it is coming, these are coming. These are less. These are less. Okay. Less number of questions are coming from this. Less number of questions are coming from citizenship, union, NCRT. Let us take like this, okay? There are very less number of questions on this, right? So what I used to feel, if at all I'm preparing, first let me complete these, because these are high impact areas. So if there are 20 questions, at least 15 questions will come from those repeated areas. Okay, those repeated areas. 5 questions will come from not so repeated areas. Okay, whichever is not repeated, from that 5 questions may come. Now my point is, if this jumbles up, that means, like, repeated as of now is how much? 15. Not repeated is 5. But if UPSC makes this 5 and this 15, majority of the people will be eliminated. Correct? Majority of the people will be eliminated. Now, this is the reason why I was telling you in strategy video also. See guys, in first 2 stages, okay, first 2 stages, that is 60-50, read everything. This is not the time to skip. Read everything, okay? High priority, low priority. Divide it into high priority and low priority areas. Okay? High priority areas, if you are giving 2 hours, low priority area you give 1 hour. Fine. Where questions are less, you read but give less priority. Why I'm telling you this again and again is, guys, If at all things change, you will be in loss. I am a person who believes that students should reach to Labasma. I don't think I will give you 2 tricks. You follow my trick, you will be in the list. No. Even I am topper, even if I come and tell you, do this, you will pass. There is no shortcut. Only a person who has studied well, he will be able to do things. It might have worked for him, not for you. Okay. So what are high priority areas? High priority areas are the one which are repeated. Way low priority are the one which are not repeated much. Okay. So if you take ancient and medieval history, okay, now let us take, I have most of the questions from Buddhism and Jainism. So high priority should be given to Buddhism and Jainism. Okay, next. This should be done. Okay, this should be done for last 15 years. Last 15 years, this should be done. But for the last 5 years, I want you to spend at least 10-15 minutes on the last 5 years. Okay, why? If you're spending on the last 5 years, what you should do? Let us take ancient and medieval. They had given, authors and books. Correct? They had given authors and books. Now, majority of the students don't know where to read and how to read. How many authors will you remember? How many books will you remember? Correct? Will it ever end? No. And even one author might have written multiple books. How to come to a conclusion? Please understand. Just check whose questions are coming. If you see authors and books, most of the authors and books are associated with Jainism and Buddhism. And these are there in art and culture textbook. So, what I should do? I should sit and properly read NCERT and make points for this. Okay, which all authors are there, which all books are there in NCERT, at least that I should do. That I should not miss. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You see, this much if you can do, you will be through. So last 5 years you take, you check the source. Okay, for example, world geography. Okay, world geography, especially when it comes to world climate topic. World climate topic, they have copy pasted it from NCERT. Just copy pasted it from NCERT. So, reading NCERT is mandatory for you. Sources, that particular source in detail, if you can read, that's more than enough. So, what is my suggestion to you? In last 15 years, please do high priority areas and low priority areas. But as a teacher, I keep repeating, please don't neglect low priority areas as well. Because you won't be reading entire history, entire geography. At least that book you try to complete. If you don't complete a book and go, how do you expect to be in the list? In the last 5 years, question, pattern of the question, and most importantly, source. This you take. You have to spend time with this. I can give it to you. But the point is, you will stop thinking. The moment you stop thinking, progress won't occur. Don't think I watched something, it helped me, I was in the list. That happens only for 0.1% of the people. And that too, they won't enter into the list. Okay. So this you must do. So what is the meaning of pattern? Pattern, if you see last year, okay, last to last year, what was the pattern they started asking? They asked questions like statement 1, statement 2. Okay, you have statement 1 and statement 2. So wherever in the NCRT or so you have because, observe that carefully. Okay, second, they started asking 1 pair, 2 pairs, elimination was removed. Okay, so try to understand that all are important. That means collect more facts. Collect more facts, especially from NCRT. From NCRT. What is a NCRT or websites? What is the meaning of this? Let us say you will read Ramsar website. Okay, Ramsar wetlands. You saw that India has got 5. Okay, last year 5. Last 2 years you check. Now what you will do in the world, which are the other areas which got wetlands? Not only India, in the world also, which is the first, which is the last, those type of factual data you add. That's more than enough. No need to worry much. And then this year, they have made 3. Match the following, 3 things are given. Even if 1 is wrong, the entire thing is wrong. For example, they gave you like Alps, okay, Europe, block mountains. But Alps is fold mountains. So this type is increased. So when you are reading something in the match the following form, don't read only 2, see the third one also. So this is how you should prepare. Preparation doesn't mean someone will tell, like, okay, in this question, orangutan came. Orangutan is the, like, what do you call it as option? I will study orangutan because question can come on orangutan. That used to come. Okay. But all this is just to make you, like, feel that there is a pattern. There is no pattern like that, guys. There is nothing called patterns. No one who frames exams will follow the patterns. Okay. All this is done just to impress you and increase the views and earn money. Please don't be fools. And I personally remember 2022 when UPSC all of a sudden removed elimination method. Most of the students, like, they left the field and went. They told field is very much unpredictable. But the point is their preparation was not in the right track because they thought someone's strategy may help them. If someone has cracked it 6 times, 7 times, it's good. You also learn the ability, but don't listen to them like, I'll give you 10 shortcuts. You follow these shortcuts, you will be in the list. Guys, if any one person or one institution can help you, then every student who clears the exam must be from that institution itself, right? If 1 or 2 people are in the process, why do you want to follow the same? I'm just trying to tell you because everyone will tell PYQs. Follow this method. I will also help you out. I will also take some subjects. I'll tell you high priority areas, low priority areas, not completely into these things. Okay? Because remember, anything which is becoming popular, UPSC avoids, and don't be in elimination list. You should not be in the elimination list. That is the, like, thing that I would wish. Fine. So we'll be giving you detailed micro syllabus for GS subjects for prelims, which may be helpful for you to analyze. In that, I will also tell which are the high impact areas that you need to focus. Fine, guys? Thank you.